This time of year, the importance of every game is magnified. A mid-season top 10 clash and the message it will send the playoff committee might well resonate the rest of the season. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Here's the return from inside his 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. And off to Jones. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Bringing it back. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Minnesota. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. 1st and 10. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Turning it on. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Tight end finds a soft spot. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those 1st downs. Get those big chunks.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Snagged in the middle. It's Porter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Glenn. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Running to the left. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Bring in the heat. Floats it out in space. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Wants to go up top on first down. On the run, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room. The tag. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Breaks into the open. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw on first down. Working on the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Fighting off the defender.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Takes the handoff and he's going right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Gets over down the middle. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just
he's got it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll pull it down and run.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket after that. Excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Baker. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. Oh, he's got some space. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because
trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
Okay, ready?
And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Max going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Timeout, TCU.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. That's caught. It's chopped. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. To the air on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Caught over the middle. It's Ezukama. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return.
First and 10.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low-line drive and not his best work. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The quick out. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Golden Gophers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
And his slip's just inside that right upright. And, guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
And the TCU offense will take over 1st and 10.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback extends the play. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ezukama. Flying out to the left. He's at the touchdown, TCU. They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20.
1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll go to the air. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick. The Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Catches it at the 15. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Minnesota Golden Gophers will take over. First and 10.
This drive will open from the 15. The run to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's first and 10 from just inside the 40. He's like a loose bowler, just caroms his way to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Gophers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Might be changing the route. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Unleashes it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Hunt is on its way. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll leave it with the lone back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the right. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless. It's been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's taking the shot. And he throws another interception. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. To the ground with the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He wants to change this route. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Chubb. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Golden Gophers have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now, it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Wide receiver comes in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
Timeout, Minnesota.
Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Touchdown, Minnesota! And they turn it into a defensive score.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. We're trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves. But what a play.
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything. Turning it on! And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
And the Horned Frog just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
That's caught. It's Jones. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. To the air, it's Dotson. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
The give and tick, 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 tick. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
That ball hit him right in a bad spot, right in the hands. Really unfortunate he didn't come down with that one.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Pulls it in, it's Chubb. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit.
Number 19, on to punt it away.
A low line drive and short kick. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Down to little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
The give to the back. Breaks into the open. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Dropping back, it's Dotson. He's going to let it go. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Baker. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep.